Hey everybody, it's Matt from LolKing.net here doing another interview on the 6th day and I think the final day of group stages for Season 3 World Championships. I'm here with Gambit Gaming's Diamond, who just had a very good game against Samsung Galaxy Ozone. Just wrecked a tiebreaker anyway, so now they're going to be moving on to the quarterfinals. And it's actually like a double Europe advancement anyway. So how do you feel about that?
I'm feeling really great, especially because I played against Danil and I won him, not alone, but my team did it with me. So it was really exciting when they left me Evelyn, like my most famous champion, and they picked Dandy's Leeson. It was great to play against him.
Dandy's Leeson is obviously he's really good on that champion. Do you enjoy playing, do you enjoy facing other junglers who are on their best champions?
Yeah, kinda. Like Cyanide on his Aatrox is really good as well. It's interesting to play against him. It's always funny to play against junglers with their best champions.
You actually beat Ozone in the first time you played them around, and that was kind of a highlight of the game. Was you played Evelyn there as well, and they didn't really they didn't pink ward at all. So and then that's kind of how you guys got a major advantage. So what does Ozone kind of do wrong against you guys when you play Evelyn anyway?
Actually, the first game it was just snowballed because of Evelyn. We had some early advantage. Then we just bought a lot of pink wards with Alex, just countered their pink wards. Then they were too scared to try to catch someone because I would kill anyone who I would just met in my jungle. And in the last game, it was more about our late game pick. Like we had Kog'Maw and Kassadin. They're scaling in the late game much better than Varus and Twisted Fate. So we just were waiting for their mistakes or their invades or something like that. And I was just farming my DFG to kind of buff Kog'Maw's and Kassadin damage.
That was something that the casters noted, is that you guys had, for your top and your jungle, for that game anyway, you had two champions that still did a lot of damage, but still had ways of staying alive. So, your ultimate gives you a shield, and Aatrox has a passive that allows him to revive, lifesteal, sustain, that kind of stuff. So, was that kind of like your aim, to kind of just still have, just out-damage, just completely out-damage Samsung in the late game?
It's actually not our, the most important thing that we are focused on, but it's always cool to have something like Aatrox or Zac or them both in your team, because they can tank really much. If Evelyn ult at 5 people, she has a really big shield. That's cool.
That was something that I was talking to you about before we started this interview, was that Gambit's kind of in a really unique position that you guys have two people that can play Aatrox, either yourself or Darian in the top lane. So how do you guys decide who gets Aatrox, or is it something that is just kind of a filler after you've got what you wanted?
It depends on enemy picks and what do we want. If I have something like what I want to play, I will let Darian Aatrox. If I have null, I will just try to steal Aatrox from Darian. Aatrox is a very great champion, but I and Darian playing him differently very much.
That's actually kind of interesting to think about. Everyone is very quick to characterize Aatrox as like a European champion, but you can split it down a little bit more to say, okay, there's European junglers who play it and European top laners who play it. What's something that European junglers do that Korean, Asian or North American junglers don't?
I think European junglers are really good at focusing on the farm, where not much jungler in Europe falling behind in farm of me. I'm farming very much, and in Korea they are more focused on something like early lane pressing or something like that. So we are falling behind in CS very easy.
You guys definitely had a little bit of a long week, considering you had to play an extra match with the tiebreakers and everything like that. What are you going to be doing during the I think we have tomorrow off and then quarterfinals start. So what are you guys going to be doing to kind of prepare for quarterfinals?
We will practice with teams which we will not face until I think semifinals or finals. Then we will just we know our mistakes in the last games. We will try to fix them out because it's really important to fix them. They're like really huge, and then we will be ready to our opponents.
That was one of the things that we've kind of noticed over the course of the tournament anyway, is that when you guys lose, you guys seem to lose very hard. Is that something that's kind of going to be fixed by shifting from the best of one to the best of three? Because the rest of the tournament is going to be series instead of single individual matches. So do you think Gambit is better when you can have the chance to make adjustments mid-series?
Yeah, I really like best of three. I I hate best of one mostly, and I don't know. Our team is just more prepared for those best of three or best of five, and yeah, there is something we should like hide for the at least one game in those matches.
I'm really excited to actually see that. Just as kind of a last question, two questions actually. Who are you looking to, like, if you had a choice of picking? I know after the Group A games are done that are being played right now, we're going to see like who's going to be playing who in the quarterfinals. Do you have any preference? Like, if you could choose your opponent, who would it be?
I don't know. I haven't seen Agents World. They are either or really bad and unprepared. Either they're really good and prepared, and no one knows about them anything. In first case, I would pick them. In our case, I would pick, I don't know, someone from, I don't know, they're really equal in quarterfinals.
It was interesting. I was talking with Impact yesterday from SKT, and he said, I want to play the Gamma Bears just because they have a cool logo. So at least you've got a kind of a bit more thought out answer than that. Last question, do you have like a favorite game that you've played like this tournament? Like obviously that game was really good for you guys, but do you personally have like a game where you think, man, I really enjoyed how I played that game?
This game was pretty enjoyable. It was like hurting a lot because I like a bit hurted my hand, and it was really hard to play. But in the end, it was like my dream to beat Dendy's Leasing, so it became true.
That's really awesome, man. That's great. Do you have any kind of shoutouts that you want to do, sponsors, fans, anything like that?
Yeah, thanks to our sponsors, Still Series, BenQ, etc. Thanks to all our fans and mine especially. Thanks to everyone, guys, for watching us.
That's great. So we're going to have a lot more coverage coming at you guys. Thank you guys for watching so far. If you want to follow us on Twitter, you can at lolking.net. And you can subscribe to us on YouTube. Check us out at lolking.net for guides, articles, more coverage, that kind of stuff. If you want to follow me on Twitter, you can at @MattDemers. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good rest of the tournament.